summer hygiene.
Yeah.
Summer has,
especially today was our 100-degree day.
Woo! It's been hot outside, and people have been smelling bad. I've come across a lot of people who, it seems like they don't use deodorant, or they don't shower, or they're not showering properly. I don't know what you attribute that to, but for lack of a better word, people been smelling like ass, bro. People been smelling like ass.
Like, I always think about that because I feel like the second I get like a whiff of any like bad smell on myself, I'm full panic. Like, I'm like, what did I do wrong? Right. What step did I miss in my regimen? Like, is it like I'm going through all my products, like this don't work, I gotta throw it out, I gotta buy something else, like full panic. Like, I just think like some people just might be really like oblivious to the fact that they stink. Like, they might not smell their own stink, or if they do, they just don't care.
I think it comes down to people not caring, because at the end of the day, that's always the question to myself. Like, yo, you don't smell yourself? You don't smell yourself.
It's always the Uber drivers too. Like, please. It's like you're like about to break the window open.
Right, right. And for me, a lot of times when I do smell some stank, like I was in H&M the other day, and I was walking past, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck is that smell? And it's like, you ever
wait,
like,
was this downtown too?
Yes,
oh, yeah.
yes, the one in whatever, the old gallery, whatever they call it, Philadelphia,
the
fashion district, whatever.
Dang, that building's air conditioned too.
Right. So I walked by a homie, and I was just like, I think I was in Lids. I was looking for a hat. I walked by a homie, and I was just like, what the fuck? And then like I don't know, but for me, when I smell something that smells stank, I always check myself first.
Oh, yeah. Like, you have to immediately like make sure it's not you, and then you look.
And then because you don't want to look crazy. Yeah. And I got a story for you because I've done that before. Like, looked around and it was like, it was actually me.
Oh my God, but mortifying, because you probably were like bringing it up too, because like, we're always like mad offended.
Like, yo, why motherfuckers stinking in here? Like, what's wrong with you?
Oh my goodness.
So I was in Lids, and I was just like, yo, what the hell is that smell? And I walked by a homie, and it seems like to always be the younger kids, like the younger. At least for me, I've always experienced this. It's always the younger men that are always like kind of like, yo, I'm just gonna walk out the crib. I'm not gonna grab a stick of Deo or nothing. I'm just gonna let this rock. Yeah. And I'm just kind of like, bruh, like, nah. This is not the time for you to experiment with the all natural deodorant.
No,
bro.
for sure. Summertime, we're just gonna have to like wait until winter to figure it out. But I don't know, because then what if they're using it like all winter and spring, and then it gets hot, and then all of a sudden it stops working?
But what I've learned, and basically from the story that I'll get ready to tell y'all, what I've learned when it comes to all natural deodorant, you can't just like plop it on like regular deodorant. Yeah. So the aluminum within your underarms or whatever your body has to like kind of like seep out, or just you gotta kind of have to go through a detox pretty much with your regular deodorant. And then the natural deodorant takes some time to,
like, you have to go no deodorant for a while.
I don't know, no deodorant, but you just have to let your regular deodorant, it takes time for it to kind of like come out of your body, and it takes time for the natural deodorant to kick in. Okay. So in a sense, so it's kind of like when you're thinking you're going to go cold turkey and just not use no deodorant, which I wouldn't advise.
I feel like if I was going to go to that level, like to stop using it, I wouldn't be doing that to replace it with another like natural deodorant. I would just try to find like a lime or something. Like, if I'm going like no deodorant from the store, like I'm not going to go do that to myself to go then buy a natural deodorant from the store. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. I mean, I don't know, man. Like,
deodorant's expensive. Trust me, I work in a retail store, and I hear people complain every time they pick up the deodorant about how expensive it is.
No, I should probably say this on camera, but I've definitely 5-finger discount a deodorant from Target.
Oh my God.
It was
this is crazy behavior right now. I do not support look at that. Now he's trying to get me laid off too. This is crazy. He just wants somebody to hang out with in pod. That's crazy.
Hey, listen,
Where
man,
Scoop, come get your friend.
It wouldn't be a bad idea though.
That's okay. Target knows what you did.
So, it was like the zero aluminum Dove deodorant.
Okay.
That shit was like $12.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was like, yo, I don't want to use this. And then it don't work, or I don't like it. And I just spent $12.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you can return it.
That's nasty work.
They're not going to put it back on the shelf.
No?
No.
I didn't know that. Had I known that, maybe I would have bought it.
Okay, yeah. Let me just state the record now, guys. When you return certain things like that to stores, they are not putting it back on the shelf. That's disgusting. Well, and if you ever work or see that happening somewhere, you should probably not shop there. Wait, did you see that video I posted? Oh, no, I'm not intentionally shading Walmart because I work for their competitor. This is not what's happening. Yeah. I went into the store because I think me and Dane this was a wedding weekend. I think this was Joey's wedding weekend. Okay. And I was running around and I just needed to go into Walmart to find this one mascara that they only sold there. I needed to get it. That sounds crazy. Right. This is not a real problem. So I went in there and I'm like, all right, I see the mascara, but I found it super quick. I have a couple extra minutes. Let me just peek around, see if they have any good lip glosses. Right. And the first product I grabbed, I just pulled it off the shelf and it was painted or whatever the product was in, so you couldn't actually see what the actual gloss looks like, the color. So I was just all right, whatever, not unusual for people to open makeup products and look to see what it was.
You tried this on?
No. Oh my God. No, definitely not. I don't even like doing that at Sephora. I think there's bacteria and stuff. Definitely on that stuff. Ugh, I hate doing stuff like that. But no, I did not try it on. But I opened it. The second I opened it, this hair, long, someone's hair from their head, long hair twisted up in it. The first one. And I was like, you are kidding me. What are the odds? So no, if you're shopping at places and not to say that Walmart got to return and put it back on the shelf. Someone definitely was just being trifling and just what were you wrapping it around your hair? I don't know. But they don't do that. They don't put it back on the shelf. So you should have returned the deodorant.
Right. I didn't know.
Return the deodorant, guys.
The deodorant's still upstairs. I mean, I didn't spend $12. So all's well, I guess, ends well when it comes to that. But
people do need to scrub. I think that's the problem too. That stuff, it's still product. Same thing with your body. When you're putting on a bunch of lotions and whatever, you need to scrub it off. And not every soap works the same way. So y'all need to get some sort of exfoliant, some sort of soap that has some sort of acid or something to get that dead skin off from under there and clean it, so that way when you are trying to put deodorant on, you're your pores are not all gunky and nasty.
For sure. But I think everyone's body's different because I feel certain people is they can go not shower, all right, cool, I showered last night, I'm not gonna shower this morning because I showered last night, and go out through their day and then come home and shower.
They're not sweaty people.
Right. They can do that, but that's not for everyone. I feel certain people, they shower at night and then don't shower in the morning, and then you sweat at night, and and boom, and then you're gonna carry that funk throughout the day, and it's kind of it's not okay.
Ew, funk, just I feel there's something caked up. I don't like that.
But that's the thing, and especially around this time of year, I feel people go out. It's 100 degrees outside. If I go outside and I sweat and I'm I'm going to come home and I'm going to shower.
Right.
I'm one of the people during the summertime, I'm taking 2, 3, maybe 4 showers, depending on what activity.
Oh, yeah. It depends on what you're doing. Definitely.
Right. I mean, but people I feel a lot of people have a certain rules. Kind of I didn't sweat that much. So therefore, I don't need to maybe wash my ass. No. Wash your ass.
Especially if y'all are getting on a plane. Me and Dane just came back from Mexico. Shout out my bestie for just getting married. But we were sitting behind someone who smelled so awful, awful to the point, the BO smell was insane, that we were in tears crying. And I understand, he was a little bigger. So I'm sure he sweats more than most people and we're squeezing those seats. I get it. I'm hot too. But it was just it smelled like he just never, ever washed his body.